Oh, hello everyone. Thank you for tuning back in. Okay, hold on. I have the wrong thing up on the screen. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. Thank you all for tuning in once again to Queen Ahmadiyyah TV presents True Crimes. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channels. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay? So let's get ready to get into it. I'm late. I am so sorry. Now, I did change the time. on the other video that I'm about to do after this one. I did change the time on that. So it's going to start a little later. Okay? Hopefully everybody will come to this chat. I hope nobody's in the wrong chat. Moderators, if you see anybody in the other tab, please let them come over here. Hello, Queen Ahmadiyyah. That last live was on point. Thank you, Monica, beloved. Thank you for your kind words. Okay, so let's get into it without further ado, because I am already off schedule. Y'all know me. I start going in on my rants, honey. All right? And I lose track of time. So let's get ready to get into it. This story is about a man who was found dead, an elderly man, found dead in New York City, and had a note on his chest that said, "I touch little girls." Okay? Sounds like someone got some get back on him. Okay. An elderly Staten Island man was found dead inside his home with the words, "I touch little girls," scrawled across his chest, according to police as of Tuesday. Now, they say Robert Raynor, believed to be 80 years old, was found on the first floor hallway of a Corson Avenue home in Tompkinsville at 9:30 a.m. Monday morning. They say he was shirtless, laying face up with his hands stretched over his head, and also had the message, "I take dolls in my room for girls age 1 through 5. That was scrawled on his stomach, aside from the note that was on his chest saying, "I touch kids," right? Now, this is what a witness said on Tuesday. And they say, "I saw him lying there. I didn't get too close. The man was just dead," said Isaac Williams, age 40, who lives in an apartment upstairs, and he's the one who found the body. He says what was written on his chest was just disrespectful. It was disrespectful, but if he did it, hey. Investigators believe Raynor's body was dragged from the rear, from the first floor apartment. And they say Raynor also had the words, "I touch," written on one foot. Sources with knowledge of the investigation gave this info. Now, they say he does not appear on the state sex offender registry. Now, the senior citizen suffered a broken nose, injuries to both arms, and swelling to his eyes and cheeks as if he was beaten. They say there was a banging noise around the night before, like someone throwing someone around, said Williams. And he added that he didn't think much of it at the time. He says, I can't believe it. I can't get my head around it. I don't believe it. He was an old man. He couldn't even get around. Now, the victim kept to himself, and he needed a walker to get around. They said he'd make trips to a nearby corner store to buy beer. They said he didn't bother nobody. He was very much disabled. He had to walk with a walker. We'd see him crawling up the stairs. This is what Monique Simon, age 46, another neighbor, said. She didn't believe the accusation scrawled on his chest. She said he didn't seem capable. Maybe someone did this to throw the case off, and that's what I think. We're going to get into that in a second. Raynor lived alone in the Staten Island apartment for at least 7 years and didn't work, she said. He had an array of health problems and always complained about his arthritis. Friday, he said to me, "The Lord is not ready for me to come yet." Those were his very words. I guess now it's between him and God. Okay. So let me say this. In my opinion, hold on, there's a video too. Hold on, let me show you all this video real quick. I'm gonna pull up this video. Everyone, please like and share. Like and share. I'm gonna share my screen so you all can see this video. Okay. Let's get the likes up, people. Thanks in advance.
The NYPD is being very careful not to call this a homicide investigation yet. Still, it seems very clear that someone was trying to send a message. In the Tompkinsville section of Staten Island, a homicide investigation with a twist as NYPD detectives tried to figure out how an 80-year-old man ended up lying face up in the first-floor hallway outside of his apartment. According to a law enforcement source familiar with this investigation, someone wrote in black ink on the man's chest, "I touch little girls," and "I take dolls in my room for girls age 1 through 5.
I have children. Anybody can be a pedophile. I don't know what he did in his past. I don't know who had their kids around him, but if he did that, he paid a hell of a price at his age. But if he did that, he got to answer to God.
Police say a fellow tenant in the man's building discovered the body Monday morning. By Tuesday evening, detectives were still dusting for prints. Neighbors Monique and Ken say the elderly man kept to himself, was friendly, and had extreme difficulty getting around.
We seen him crawling, literally crawling on the floor. And I asked my husband to help him walk.
You say crawl, you mean literally on his hands and knees?
Crawling, yes, like a baby.
How was his demeanor? Did he seem friendly? Did he seem...
Yeah, he seemed very friendly. Every time, the few times we seen him, he always said hi, asked how he was doing. Yeah, he seemed real friendly. And as for the stuff on his chest, I don't know. That I can't speak about. Like my wife said, he got to answer to God for that.
This being 2021, there are eyes, electronic eyes everywhere, including 2 surveillance cameras right on either side of the front door of that building. Surely detectives taking a close look at that video.
Well, let me tell y'all something. Beatzilla PDX official is in the house. You all make sure you follow his YouTube channel as well. That's my moderator. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel as well, okay? Now, with this all being said, it is interesting, Beatzilla beloved, okay? Fight for Black says our people must stop smoking cigarettes. Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. People still smoking cigarettes in 2021 after y'all walk around here seeing people with whole voice boxes. I'm sorry. And oxygen machines. Pulling oxygen behind them because they have bad lungs and all this stuff, lung cancer. I'm sorry, y'all still smoking cigarettes? Please cut it out. Desmond said, cough, cough. Desmond, I know what you want. Let me tell y'all something. let me tell y'all something. My moderator, Desmond, wants me to plug his podcast after I done said something about Beatzilla. So, okay, Desmond, please put your podcast information in there, beloved. Beatzilla, put your link to your channel, okay? Desmond said he will not be left out. Cough, cough. Okay? Desmond has a... Davita said, I'm trying, Queen, okay? Please cut it out, beloved. You don't need it, Davita. Vince answers, Queen, did you get my email regarding a screw tuber who was messing with your name? Vince, I got it, honey. I went in on her this morning. You missed the morning wake-up call, baby. Yes, I did get your email, and thank you. And my moderators had told me about it as well. So, yes, I said what I had to say about her, and I might go in again this evening. It just depends on what mood I'm in, In case she wasn't watching for the morning wake-up call, I might need to hand it to her again on those daily vitamins. But anyway, I digress. So, please follow my moderator, Beatzilla PDX Official, on his YouTube channel, and Desmond Works on his podcast. I believe it's called That Works. Desmond, put your podcast information there, beloved. All right, so I'm going to say this. I don't know if the man was a pedophile or not. Maybe he could have been. I don't know. But at the end of the day, he's not here to defend himself. Clearly, somebody killed him. I find it interesting that somebody would take that amount of time to put a note on his chest, a note on his stomach, a note on his foot, right? Now, if he was a pedophile and somebody killed him to get back, I don't know that they would have taken the time out to do all of that. So I'm suspicious. I think, like the woman said, maybe somebody was trying to throw off the case. You see, it could have been a relative who had some insurance on him that they wanted to collect. It could have been something. Maybe they thought he was leaving them something in the will. So they came on to just knock him off so they could hurry up and get what they want. And they could have done that. I'm just saying, I'm speculating because I don't know. So I'm not going to just sit up here and say the man was a pedophile just because somebody left a note on him. Because anybody could kill anybody and write something heinous on your chest anywhere about you just to make people think something nefarious of you after you're dead and gone. So he didn't have a record of being one. He never was arrested or charged or registered as a sex offender. So I don't know. But it sounds like to me, because they took so much time to write all of that. Now, you don't kill somebody and you mean to tell them you got time to sit there and write notes for their chest, their stomach, and their butts? I'm going to tell you like this. It smells fishy because the fact that they even put it on his foot, that was just going too far. That was just going a bit too far. So I think it's all BS. Yes, he was murdered and they wanted to look like suicide. They either wanted to look like suicide or they wanted to look like somebody did. And if you said that he's a pedophile, if they're saying that, well, that would likely throw the case off from it being somebody who was good friends with him, like somebody, a family member or whatever, right? That would lead them to have a whole bunch of people that could potentially be suspects. Okay? Bezilla said, that's a lot for a mistake. Yes. Okay. Conscious says, exactly. And Fight for Black says, don't be fooled by the walker. Look at the fictional character, Mr. Herbert on Family Guy. Fight for Black, let me say something. I'm not fooled by the walker. Now, he could have done it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying it looks suspicious to me. Being someone who went to school for criminal justice and someone who knows how to collect crime scene evidence, yeah, it seems real suspect. I'm telling you right now, a killer who really just want to get rid of somebody, especially if they're just trying to get revenge, you're not going to let me tell you why you're not going to do that. I want y'all to make it all, listen, I'm going to make it all make sense. I want y'all to listen. If the man was a pedophile and the person whose child he victimized or whatever, or somebody related to that child wanted to come and get, revenge on him, I don't think they would have said anything about him being a pedophile, because you know why? That wouldn't have been smart for them to say, because then the police would start looking into, well, whose child could he have molested? And then somebody said in the chat that his niece or somebody lived with him with 2 girls. So is that why they thought to put that in there? Because clearly all they would have to do is start tracing and investigating people around him that knew him and see if anybody had children, for one, that were around him, or if someone had potentially been a victim of him at any point. So I think that would help to, get themselves caught if it was someone doing it for that reason. So I just think it's all BS. I just think it's all BS. Well, maybe it needed to be exposed. I mean, maybe it needs to be exposed, but like I said, we don't know if it was true or not. We don't know if it's true or not. Because if somebody's a pedophile, you should call them out before they're dead. Especially if they've never been arrested for it. You should call them out before they're dead so that everybody knows. And so that, you can find out the proof and everything. Like I said, anybody can kill somebody and put a note like that on them. It just is what it is. I'm not going to just believe it. Can I be a mod on this page, please? Desmond, I thought you were a mod on this page. I thought you were a mod on this page, beloved. I'll add you after the broadcast, okay? So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. We're going right into the next one, which is starting in the next minute after I close out. This is another true crime story. It's about a mother who killed her child because she wanted to be living her best life. I guess she thought the child was holding her up from doing so. So I want to thank you all for tuning in once again to Queen Ahmadiyyah TV presents True Crimes, and make sure you like and share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I give some good true crime stories on here. Okay, a lot of times I talk about serial killers and psychopaths and sociopaths, as you all know. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Melanated Brown says, I love the sentiment of doing this to our murderers. Produce our own justice and be bold. Hold on. And be bold enough to leave a note saying why to send their nefarious mofos notes. Let it help to some. I mean, that's true. I guess some people would do that, but I just think it was extra to put it on the chest, stomach, and foot. I mean, if you did it for that reason, if the killer did it for that reason, they could have just left one note. The message would still be loud and clear. Vince says, thank you, Queen. And thank you, beloved. Thank you. Okay, Fight for Black says, there's just something not right about an 80-year-old man dragged out into plain sight for everyone to see. Right? I agree. Okay? So, like I said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you follow me on this channel. Subscribe, please. Okay, follow me on Instagram at QueenAhmadiyyah, on Instagram at Divine_Goddess_27, Brighton Patreon, and Melanated People at Queen Ahmadiyyah, and on Twitter at DGoddess27. See you in the next chat, beloved. Peace.